Good afternoon, all you fabulous people. It is Rosetta release day. I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. Pull some awesome cards from Rosetta. Um, I'm going to start with the Rosetta cards. I probably don't have too much to say on them. I am not a Rosetta or Runeblade wizard or um, Elements fanboy. So correct me if I'm wrong on anything, but the the takes on some of these may be wrong and everything. But with that disclaimer, it is first day release. Another disclaimer: these prices are going to fall all weekend. I'd be very careful on purchasing singles for a little bit. We'll review next week, but these prices on the Rosetta cards are pretty crazy. As for my take on the legendaries, we'll do. Hold on. Code JCH gets you 3 months of premium at Fyendal's collection, and we got 220 subs. Thanks y'all for your support. And we'll get into Rosetta stuff, and then we will do the normal market stuff. This is gonna be a long one. Buckle in. Excuse me. My take for probably the best legendary in the set is the Face of Purgatory. It seems like every Runeblade's pretty much going to want to run this. Really good card. I don't think it's worth $90 or $190 for the cold foil. 4 heroes theoretically use this, and maybe not all the time either. So I would hold off on this one, but I do think this is going to be the highest cost legendary in the set. The cheapest one I suspect is going to probably be the Arcanite Fortress after a while. It's a generic, so it's going to hold up its value for a while. It's an okay card. It gets you 2 block on a chess piece and 2 spell void if you run Arcanite Skullcap as well. So I could see this just be kind of meh for the most part. Most people are going to want to run better chess pieces for their thing, tunic, that kind of stuff. Then everything else I kind of suspect to be in between. The wizard arms seems okay. Lightning Reeves I think is really good for the 2 lightning heroes, but it's only 2 heroes, so it's not going to command a premium price. Sorry, I got junk in my throat. But keep in mind that all of this also supports the Earth and Lightning. Also supports Oldhim and Lexi and Briar and LL as well. I'm mainly just talking about CC as a whole, so take that with a grain of salt as well. The Earth chess piece seems really good as well. All the legendaries I think they did a pretty darn good job of. I'm really excited about my favorite card of this whole set, and probably to the surprise of no one when I'm not a Runeblade or Wizard person, is the Arcanite Fortress EA Cold Foil. That thing looks sick. I hope I get one. On to the Marvels. I will preface this. I would say, be very cautious of the sigils. A lot of them, from what I've been hearing, and this is because I don't play these heroes, not very many of them are going to get ran, and I think that kind of supports here too. A lot of these have. I don't think any of these actually have sales. Let me refresh just to make sure. The Thorn has a sale. See, none of the sigils have a sale today. So I would be very cautious of the sigils. I suspect they're going to be pretty cheap. They are pretty. They are somewhat playable into different play styles, but they are. I don't suspect them to hold that much value. Now the heroes, on the other hand, the adult heroes, especially Florian, Verdance. Florian and Verdance I suspect to hold a high premium. A lot of people are really cooking with Florian from what I've heard. Verdance seems to appeal to more people as well. Acilio and Aurora are kind of off to the side from my understanding. I think Acilio is because of his difficulty, and Aurora I think is because she's kind of just an aggro hero, so it's less interest than kind of experimenting with the viability and variability of the Earth heroes. So keep that in mind. Rosetta Thorn, whoever sold one here for $350 earlier today or last night was crazy. These have been listed at about $1,000. I had seen a couple move, but I think these are more available than people are leading on to. I'd wait for Collector Center to make a decision on buying these. And also, this is only usable in LL at the moment, so LL is pretty niche at the moment, but I could see it also taking off. So I'd hold off on your Thorn. I think it comes down pretty crazy. The Majestics, this is this is harder for me. These are more on playability and stuff like that. I'll highlight the few I think are really strong. Plow Under, really good, especially for the 2 Earth heroes, but it's a 2 hero thing for CC, so I suspect this be a $10 to $20 card. So this is, once it settles, it's probably going to go closer down to 10, but then may spike up later down the road. Felling Crown, also really good. Succumb to Temptation is really solid as well. 10 foot tall and bulletproof, I think, is kind of meany, but a lot of people have been cooking up with like Levia on it. It's a really cool card. I want to get some of these and run these in KO Berserker Run and just attack somebody for 20 with these. So that'd be awesome. Unsheathed, depending on how available the expansion slot cards are, I could see it being a $20 card, or I could see it being a $5 sub card. So just watch out for that one. Adaptive Dissolver, I think, is pretty decent, but I don't think it really solves your problems as Teklo. Call of the Grave, I think, is pretty good. It doesn't have a lot of interactions right now, but definitely is good for Levia. Mansant's cooking with it. And maybe has some other capabilities. But basically, I'd keep your eye on this one. This kind of card is banned in other games. So it's pretty strong, and Brian Gottlieb said they suspect it will probably get banned down the road, but they didn't want to keep that in mind for the current meta kind of stuff. They want you to be able to play with the stuff and have fun of it, as well as it to cook in LL and stuff like that. Cut Through the Facade, I think, is pretty good, especially if Prism and Enigma become prevalent, or like the prevalent in the meta. I'd make sure you get 3 copies of this, because it seems like Enigma is moving up right now, according to a lot of people, so I'd watch out for that one. Loading the second page here. I think Truce is kind of a sleeper. It's an EA for the set, as well as Call of the Grave, so I'd watch out for this. LSS thinks it's worth an EA treatment. The card reads good. It's a blue block 3. It's not 0 cost, but it has a pretty good effect. Health life gain as well. Drink 'em Under the Table. That's going to be like a $1 card. Poor Betsy. I don't think this is enough to get her to get her to the table, basically. I expect Splatter Skull to be right there too. Reinhardt is really the only one that uses it. You can use it in KO and Livia, but it's not as prevalent. It's not hard to. You just don't play to the Intimidate playstyle. Gustwave of the Second Wind is basically a Fluster Fist replacement. I would guess this is going to be a $1 card. All of the illusionist stuff I suspect to be like $1 as well. The cold foils, we'll see. It depends on how rare they are. Dust, I expect to be about $1 as well. Plan for the Worst is an interesting one. It's got a lot of text for a card. I think it's pretty situational though, so I'd watch out for that. I think let's go back to the first page. And did I miss something? Current funnel seems really strong for Lightning Heroes. Gone in a Flash seems really, really strong, but I think once you build out a deck, it may or may not be cut. It's kind of gimmicky, but it's a 0 cost 4 attack, block 3, so I think that may be enough even without the text, so I'd watch out for that one. Excuse me. That's M- Machinations of Dominion seems really good as well. The assassin equipment I think is pretty situational. It shores up the arcane hero problems for those assassins meta. So I expect those to be pretty cheap as well. Okay, that kind of covers my thoughts on Rosetta. I would hold off at least a week before buying singles. These prices, I'm guessing, are going to basically half in the next 4 to 5 days, if not more. Maybe less, but half for sure over like the next 2 weeks. If not, I suspect if you're not out trying to play these heroes at like a competitive level, I would wait like 3 weeks. The prices will normalize, it will stabilize. Other than if you suspect a card is undervalued, mainly the generics, I would say, pick them up now. But I highly doubt that most of these cards will go up at all. Adaptive plating. Good old Rill here has got one for 95 rainbow foil. These are just disappearing from the market. Nobody's opening bright lights. It's being used in Dash.io, and it's just a pretty good card with low listings. $95 for a Bright Lights Majestic. It's getting to the point that it might be worth opening Bright Lights. Not saying it's right now, but the cards just keep going up and not many more stock replenished. Ashwing Marvel, these are pretty darn rare. These were down to like 20. This is up to 65. They've basically been bought to $40. Over a year ago when Dromai was present, they were about 65, 70. So it's about back where it was. I suspect the dragons and the ash and stuff is just all being bought out. People suspect Dromai 2.0 is coming soon. Could be an armor deck or Volcor 2. I suspect either one of those things will happen before Q1 of next year. So just watch out for that. Same thing with the Marvel Dragons. It came down a little bit. This one was up to 40. Well, I'm at 35. I just listed mine because I have extras. I decided that I don't want a playset anymore. I don't think I could ever bring myself to shuffle these cards, so that's part of the reason. So I kept one of each. So I listed my extras a little bit lower than low to try to offload them for basically extra cash. I'm trying to buy a big cold foil adult Dorinthia here soon, so I'm trying to get some cash to get that. Widespread Destruction. The EA is up to $50. These are really rare. I've warned you a few times on these that back when they were $20. As soon as Vincent becomes popular, these are going to go crazy. Vincent's getting popular. I've heard people say that Vincent currently is the best Room Blade, but we'll see how the meta shakes out at some of these bigger events. Balance of Justice hit its floor at like $90 or $80, and then it's bounced back up a little bit. It's back to 100, then 110. For the rainbow foil, I don't think the cold foils moved too much. Yeah, it's still like 185, which is about what it was when the ban was announced. Command & Conquer, $100 for an arcane Command & Conquer is bonkers. It's used in virtually every deck, so that makes sense. But this card, Arcane Rising, is not getting opened very much. $100 for this. You need 3 of these, so you have to open a bunch of product to basically even get 3 of these. These aren't even guaranteed like 1 per case, so these are pretty hard to pull. Just wanted to point this out. The unlimited rainbow foil is only $35 more than the non-foil. Might be worth a value buy of upgrading a little bit, if you can. Soulbound Resolve. The cold foil went up about $10. Bolton Armory deck, I suspect, is still moving these quite a bit. These moved from like 20, and they're back up to 30. These were up to 40 when it first came out. Great card for the Bolton Armory deck. Just a better chess piece than what's in the thing for him. Race Face are disappearing from the market. It's good against Earth and Talent and that kind of stuff, so it's really good to shut off like Decompose, or some of the Lightning heroes have cards that have order for if this is after a Lightning card kind of thing. It can really mess with their whole turn. This is $14 for the non-foil, and it goes to $15, and then the lowest rainbow foil is about $19. Just watch out for that. Metacarpus is moving up. This is unlimited normal at $12. These were $5, $6 forever. Pretty good card for Wizard. Heist is moving up. They're disappearing from the market. People are cooking with Mechanologists, as we saw with Adeptive Plating. Dash.io deck's coming up. So I suspect this probably will keep going up. It's a Bright Lights Majestic. Not very many people are opening it. Dust Till Dawn. Wanted to point out the Bannerets have gone down a little bit. $7 for a non-foil, and then it goes to $10 very quickly, and then $12 for the rainbow foil. These are just generic upgrades, easy upgrades for the Bolton Armory deck, and not very many people are opening Dust Till Dawn still either. So there's only 22 listings on the market, getting deplenished. Uprising, the cold foil Burn Them All is up to $13. I would say hold off on these and hopefully get backflowed. We have no news on Dromai, but if you're looking to bling out your Dromai, the rainbow foil is like $1.50 a piece. Buy those. The cold foils don't look that much better than the rainbow foils, in my opinion. I've had both at one point. The rainbow foil is still very nice for the blinging. Grasp of the Arknight is moving up. It's slowly tricking up there, of $5, $10 at a time. It's up to nearly $100. Seems like a very good card for the Rune Blades. It's battle worn equipment, creating rune chants. This can also combine with Florian's ability to create an additional rune chant. So just cool things. Intoxicating Shot. There is one here for $12, and then it goes to $17. Riptide's cooking. I'd watch out for him. He is not just a free win anymore. He is getting better and better every expansion slot. Azuri Switchblade Hero Cold Foil is $35. This is crazy. This is our last Pro Tour winner. One of the better decks, I think, that got better after the Zen ban and basically got a better position because New goes down. I think Azuri is just better than New in most of the matchups. So she's just more versatile. $35 seems like a pretty good steal for a cold foil hero. Dread Scythe was up to like $31. There's one here at $25 for the first edition cold foil. Just wanted to point that out. Riptide is also about $45. I think this could go a little bit lower than Azuri, though. I think Azuri is better than Riptide, but hey, I could be wrong. Cold foil hero for $45 seems like a pretty good deal as well. Spellground Creepers, the rainbow foil backfilled a little bit. There's two here at $180, $190, and then it goes back to the cold foil. So if you need creepers, these I think are about the cheapest they're going to be for a little bit. So watch out. These are basically being used by... they're being attempted to be used, and at least for the heroes, if not more, or like LL heroes as more, but being used in quite a few decks right now that are cooking. So watch out for these. Blaze Firemind, $100, continues to go down, no sales. I'd still hold off on this, but if you need a cold foil Blaze, it's $100 right now. Channel Mount Heroic, the cold foil promo is $80. 4 of these were handed out at every skirmish. To my knowledge, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think any of the new heroes are using these. So cold foil aura that isn't really being used by the new heroes seems like a bit steep price. I have seen these sell on Facebook for lower. Just wanted to throw these out. I'd hold off and wait. There's 2 that were sold at like $90, $95, which is crazy, just 3 days ago. But 4 of these were at every skirmish, so there's a lot of these out there. Thank you guys. Happy Friday. Happy Rosetta release day. Go out to your local game store, buy some packs, and support it, and try to cook with these new heroes. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.